somebody calling me from Israel in 20 years because she read a testimony that I wrote on Facebook and said, I believe I have something to help you. Well, I needed help. If you're looking at that picture close, I needed help because when I went in the hospital in November, my leg felt like somebody was sitting under me with a torch going up and down my leg. I was screaming so loud, like a little kid. I mean, I didn't have no clue whatsoever. Didn't care about who heard me because this was not an ordinary. You could not touch my skin, and every time they tried to, oh, we're sorry, but we got to wrap it. And I said, well, you got to do something, but you're going to have to put me to sleep or something. Well, they didn't. They wrapped it. I was hollering. I got it taken care of as far as what it looks like, what they call taken care of. Gave me something. It's let the pain cease a little bit in my leg. So I wasn't walking around hollering. I could move when I got out. But I said, Lord, I had an older friend when I was a child that I saw him when he came to live with my aunt and my mom. He only had one leg. But then I saw them when they amputated his other leg. And I said, I'm not going to be like Mr. Smiley, Lord. You're not going to they're not going to take my legs, and you're not going to let them take my legs. I'm not going to let them take I'm just decreeing and declaring, because your word said, decree a thing out of your mouth and it'll be. So I started speaking healing over myself. But then the answer came through this phone call, and I got the MoMito. And on this past Wednesday, I got my first MoMito. I put on the first application after I left the doctor's office. I told him, I said, you're not wrapping my leg again. That little spot you still hold, you can put a little patch over there, but no wrapping. So I came home, put it on, and the next morning to see the difference in 18 hours roughly what my leg looked like from 18 hours of applying the MoMito on my skin. I said, Lord, I know, because I've been telling and speaking to you, I said, my leg's going to look normal, and I'm just believing. This is one application after what you saw in the first picture. This is 18 hours later. But even before that happened, I had two big spots on my belly that were dark. And they weren't as dark as, they were roughly about almost as dark as that picture there. But I put on the MoMito on my stomach, the Rejuvenate, and before my eyes, and I'm telling you, in less than 7 minutes, my skin tone is almost absolutely even. There looks like a little shadow of what was there. But I called to tell my wife, but she had walked across the parking lot to my son's apartment, and his wife came over here to study for her finals. Well, she's getting ready to graduate college. I said, look at this. And she said, oh my God, because they knew how dark it was. It's a complete change on my stomach. You see a complete change in 18 hours on my leg. I know that God is healing. I know that he is a restorer, because everybody's not going to say yes. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it. I'm trying to encourage you because of the truth. I'm telling you the truth. You got evidence. I'm sending you pictures to show you the evidence of something in an 18-hour change. And he's telling me, oh, good luck. I know you're trying to start a business. The foolishness, because somebody might have spoke that night and you heard it, or you got off too early. You see change in the evidence that I'm sending you, but like you say, you got to move on to the next one. I want people to be blessed and healed. I don't even think people sometimes understand what God is doing in this hour. When you got so many people from so many places decreeing and declaring the healing power and the touch of God on their life. Yes, MoMito is good, but it is the Lord who's healing us, because he has created our body to be able to heal. Now we have something in our bodies. So when you put something in to ignite and restore it, and it rejuvenates and it vitalizes your body, and your body heals itself as God intended, all you want to do is tell people, look, I want you to see what's happening to me. I want you to see the change. This is the power of God's deliverance. And if people ignore it, I feel bad for them, because healing is available. God has given it to us and made it so. It's an honor and glory to God for what is being done. So I want to thank you for allowing me to share. and seeing the power of God's deliverance working through Momito. There's nothing like it on the market any place. I don't care what anybody says. They can have, you can look on the internet and they can have something about Momito, but they're not having something with the XDS. That's exponential delivery system to go into the Momito cell and regenerate and be able to do what we see. Thank you for allowing me to share. God bless you all, and keep the faith and keep moving with Momito.